Hello, my name is Jody Wilmes. I'm product manager for Thermwood's Cut Ready line of machines. And today we're going to do a brief walk around the machine so I can show you different aspects of it. To start off, this is the front of the machine. In particular, this is the entire controller for the system. We have a start button on both sides of the controller. We also have emergency stop buttons on both sides of the controller. Underneath this hood, we have a standard printer. That's used for printing off assembly instructions and things like that. We also have a barcode reader. A lot of the parts that come off this machine will have a label with a barcode on it, along with the off-all will also have a barcode on it. So I can simply scan in the off-all and it will use that off-all for this job. Or maybe I damaged a part, I need to come back and cut just that part. Just scan the label. This is our feed rate override knob. It acts as a gas pedal for the machine, so I can slow down or speed up the cuts. Typically, you want to leave that turned all the way up. This knob here will actually use the sheet flipper, so it'll flip your sheets for you, and you'll see that as we go around the side of the machine. This is our on-off switch. No fancy startup or shutdown sequences for this machine. We try to keep everything nice and easy for you, so it's either on or it's off. We also have a little remote fob here. This is used to control the machine, so I can start, stop, and pause the machine for various reasons. Maybe I broke a tool, or I got a piece of scrap that popped up. I just hit the button, it'll pause. I can do what I'm going to do, and then I can resume as well. This also is magnetic, so you don't get caught up in other pieces of machinery around your shop. On this side, as I told you, parts and off-all will receive labels. Those labels are printed off there and they'll come out through this little slot. On-offs or start and stop switch there. This plug here is for a handheld device. So if you come in for CNC training, you can actually plot your machine how you want it to move and stuff like that. Speaking of which, if you do come in for training, you'll notice up here on the touch screen that there is a CNC button that will be activated when you come in for training. Hit it. Now you are working as a regular CNC router at this point. So it can accept programs or stuff from third-party softwares as well. That's it for the front of the machine. So let's walk around on the side of the machine and I'll show you some stuff over there. Okay, as we come around the side of the machine, we've got a gray box here. That's your main incoming power. So you got your on-off. You have a network cable that plugs into the side of the machine. That's required for any kind of updates for Cut Ready, which, by the way, are free for life. This is your AC unit. So that creates a constant temperature for all the electronics inside the controller. It also creates a positive air pressure inside so that no dust or contaminants can get inside the control cabinet and cause damage. Machine comes with a pair of calipers for measuring the thickness of your material. You also have what we call a vacuum pod. So on-off switch. This allows you to vacuum sheets of material and slide them around on a table, just to make life a little easier for you. You also have an air knife for blowing sawdust and stuff off the table. This is our sheet flipper device. It's essentially a huge clamp. So when activated, this will open up. We will slide a sheet in between, and using a knob on the front of the machine, we rotate the knob and it will clamp the material and flip the entire sheet over for you. It's quite impressive. Along the side here we have 3 pop-up pins. We've got 1 on the front and 2 on the side. That's for locating your material. And once your material hits all 3 pins, Cut Ready senses that and it'll automatically turn the vacuum on for you and drop the pins out of the way. There are 2 boards here. This is a 5x10 table machine, by the way. Comes in 1 size. This is a 5x10, 3/4 inch, very porous material. The reason it's very porous is it allows vacuum to be pulled through it and it'll pull the vacuum through this 1/4-inch MDF board as well, and that will actually pull the parts down onto the table part while you cut them. This top one, there's nothing special about it. 1/4-inch MDF. It's a sacrificial board. I say sacrificial because I don't know if you can see it, but there are tracks where the tool cut all the way through the material, and it left little scar tracks on here. You'll start to lose vacuum on those. Now, Cut Ready will monitor all those paths for you and everything, but eventually it's going to get bad enough to where you either need a new sheet, or it'll take a large diameter tool and take off a really small amount, essentially making it a brand new board again. All right, as we work our way towards the back of the machine, we've got a tool changer station, holds 12 tools with one drop-off location. So if I need to inspect or replace tooling, we tell Cut Ready will automatically drop it off. You'll pull the tool out. You'll locate it into the tool change station back here. And using the torque wrench, you'll take the cover nut off, allows you to put it back on. Main thing is it keeps you from over tightening and under tightening the tooling. We also have a high tolerance tool length sensor, and that's located under the gantry here. So that will measure both the length and the diameter of the tools. And all the way in the back, underneath this hood, is your 15 horsepower Becker pump. That's going to provide all the vacuum necessary to pull air through both boards. So let's go to the other side of the machine. So if we come around on this side of the machine, you will notice our incoming air. You want a hardline connection on that. Don't try to get away with a quick disconnect. You'll run into issues with that. Underneath the shield here is where your 12 horsepower HST spindle is going to be located at, with a maximum of 24,000 RPMs. You have your dust collection pipe up above. That's going to vacuum all your chips up. And when it comes to minimum requirements for the cut center, the dust collector needs to have probably at least 1200 CFM, 6-inch connection. The incoming air down below, that's a 30 CFM incoming at 100 PSI, utilizing a 3/4-inch incoming line. The electrical, you're talking 380 to 440 volt at 50 Hertz, or 440 to 480 volts at 60 Hertz 3-phase power. Other voltages are optional. A ground rod with a resistance of 25 ohms or less should be placed near the machine. That's typically done at the front of the control. An internet connection is also required. This will allow you to receive updates, and it allows you to call in using our virtual service system, so forth. So that concludes this video. Our next video we will be going through and showing you how to put a cabinet in a job, defining the materials for that job, and so forth. So once again, my name is Jody Wilmes, and I will see you soon.